I've been waiting for this patch to come out. Patch 1.0.3 came out yesterday while I was about to sleep. I was thinking of making this video yesterday, but I didn't get the time and I had to wake up early. Right now I'm here, the latest patch, and it did a lot of things for the game, quality of life changes and all of that stuff, but I'm more excited for this right here. Graphics and settings, added support for Intel Arc GPUs. We waited for this, man. Compatibility and performance across various Intel GPUs will continue to be improved over time. So it's not perfect from what I can read from this. And there is Intel Xess's option for frame generation and all of that good stuff. So we will be trying to test out multi-frame gen as well at the end of the video. Since I had to restart the game every single time to override it in the menu in the app, that's why I'll be keeping that to the end. The multi-frame gen part, the regular frame gen, I'll be testing it while I'm doing the normal stuff. Okay, so they also added AMD Radeon anti-lag too. Okay, so I added a bunch of good stuff. So this game already getting better from here. So that's good. Finally, it's almost 1 year later, almost 1 month later, we have Intel Arc GPU support. So now I'm curious how it's going to be working. Because the last time when I opened it, it was just a black screen with nothing going on. So let's see the system specs right here. You can see everything on the screen right now. It's the Intel Arc B580 12GB card and paired up with the 9800X3D and 64 GB of DDR5 memory running at 6000 megahertz. The latest driver, 8629, and it comes with pre-compiled shaders beta. I don't know if it's going to be working on Crimson Desert, but I'm just going to enable it. If it works, it's good. You know, if it doesn't, whatever. So let's just have that turned on. Right now, it's just going to be application choice because I'm just going to enable 2x frame gen for now. Later on, we'll come in here and play with 4x and 3x, I guess. So that's it. Let's jump into the game and see how it's going to perform on 4K, 1440p, and 1080p on different settings. Let me see how fast the shader compilation is going to be. I think it's pretty fast. It's doing, it's usually a little slower, so I think it's working. I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. I have no idea. I don't usually pay attention to this because it's normally fast enough compared to other games like Last of Us. That was the biggest. That has the longest shader compilation I've ever seen out of any video game. This is not that bad. Well, I cannot believe it. It is actually happening, guys. The game renders, and this is actually on 4K Xess 3.0 with a native anti-aliasing, so native 4K with ray reconstruction turned on. Pretty much maxing out everything with max lighting quality and getting 14 FPS, but look at that, dude. The VRAM usage is 9 gigabytes out of the 12. Just typical for this game, I guess. And look at it. It is rendering everything. Wow. And there you have it. I tried to enable the Intel Present Mount mod to actually have the latency slider on the top, but it's not working for some reason. So I don't know what to do with that. So apparently there's a lot of things that they added to the game, like difficulty slider and stuff like that. I go here and navigate through a billion different settings, you might be able to get to what you're trying to do. And they also added a lot of input remapping options as well, I guess. Accessibility, see UI size, so you can actually minimize, do a lot of things with this. So that's pretty cool, you know. Wow. All right, so you guys can see there's a lot of changes in the game, which is always appreciated. Quick response from the devs, and yes, this is actually working on an Intel GPU. Maxed out on 4K. Wow. And it does look really good. 4K native with the Intel Xess. It's not good, that's for sure, because we're only getting 17 FPS. But it works now. There you go. Intel fans are happy. Pretty sure. I mean, I'm happy. I'm not an Intel fanboy or anything, but I'm happy for the people who owns this GPU. As a benchmarking channel, I have multiple different GPUs. So, you know, it's happy to see that this is the only true budget GPU that's out here in 2026. Just sticking to the MSRP $250. So, or anywhere in that range, you know. Everything else has gone past $100 or $200 more than they actually should be costing. But yeah, that's a rant for a different day. But that's native performance with ray reconstruction on. What about if I turn it off? Turning off ray reconstruction, it doesn't improve it by a lot. You can see it's only 16 FPS from... It's pretty much the same, I guess. I'm not even sure if it's actually like working properly on the Intel system because it didn't make any difference whatsoever. So I don't know. Those are the enemies. So Yeah, I don't think it made any difference turning it off or on. So, okay, something new. Maybe they will improve it later on. No, I don't think it's working. What I'm gonna try to do is performance mode. Should be the way to play on any budget GPU, any mid-range card, especially on 4K. It's gonna be the recommended way to play it. Oh my gosh. This is really 1080p upscaled to 4K. Oh, this looks terrible, guys. Oh wow, I did not expect this at all. Is this how it's gonna look like on 1080p? It looks super blurry. Look at this. They did say they are still experimenting and trying to fix a lot of issues. So it might get improved later on, but it looks super blurry. Look at these grasses. Doesn't look like it's... Yeah, I mean, compared to AMD and NVIDIA, Xess 3 right now, as of now, it looks pretty bad. It looks super blurry. 35 FPS though. But man, I was expecting something better. Wow, this at least, I mean, 30 FPS or 40 FPS, I can deal with that, but it should have better visual quality. Right now, it looks terrible. Not balanced. I mean, balanced looks better, but still is a little blurry for what I can see. I mean, it's better than getting a black screen like we did last time, but still, though, this is not what I was expecting from this. It is blurry, guys. It is a lot blurry. Now, like, if I'm looking at this, I'm getting the same. If I'm comparing this would be the equivalent of NVIDIA's performance mode on maybe 1440p. Not on 4K. On 4K, performance mode is 1080p upscale, which looks super sharp on an NVIDIA GPU. But on this thing, as of right now, this is balanced settings. And Intel's upscalers are like upscale from a lower resolution compared to NVIDIA's, you know. So performance mode, I think it's still 1080p upscaled, but balance mode, it's slightly lower than what NVIDIA's balance mode is. That's how it works. But yeah, the visual clarity is a little bit off. It is blurry. So I don't know. Let me just turn on frame gen. Oh wait, you can actually do it inside the game, so I don't need to quit the game or anything. Okay. All right. I really appreciate that. I wish like all the other games also did the same thing. Not just Crimson Desert, you know. Playing 2x frame gen. It did take us all the way to 60 now. So you can play the game with 2x frame gen, and I don't feel it terrible. 54 FPS, scale from 30. What about keyboard and mouse? Keyboard and mouse also responds really well. I don't see an issue, okay? And again, this is maxed out settings, guys. You can pretty much put it down to maybe high settings and then get a really stable playable experience, but I'm just gonna try maxing it out first anyways. That's how I do things here, you know. I'm gonna get the horse. Come here, boy. 47 FPS with 2x frame gen. Okay, not the best. What if I bump it up to 4x? Takes us to 83. Okay, now it's playable. Only 83. I was expecting way more than that. Still only using 9.2 gigabytes of VRAM. It is slightly floatier than 2x for sure. And we are not getting a big performance jump. And you can see like right here, if I turn the camera around like that, you can see the artifacting, the ghosting happening around it. It's kind of terrible. 4x frame gen, I don't think it's playable, guys. I'd say keep it to 2x frame gen. Because 4x is a little too much on the artifacting. I wouldn't want to play it like this. But again, this is not terrible. This is playable, but visually distracting, I must say. So, yeah, that's how it is on this maxed out settings. What if I just turn it off and use like high settings? Turn off ray tracing. I don't know about this one. The high preset, have it turned on automatically. And if you turn it off, oh my god, look at this. It looks horrible. Thought frame gen, it's not able to get us to 60 FPS and it looks really bad. Look at that. Nah, guys. Yeah, it's better to just enable frame gen on the B580. Because without this, look at the flickering. Nah. Just have the ray tracing turned on. I think that's better. Never mind, it still flickers. with the ray tracing turned on. So I think the only way to play this without all the issues is enabling, like maxing out the game, I guess. Because look at this high settings, it's flickering a lot. So they are still like working on it. They weren't lying about it because this is not perfect whatsoever. The game is supported. It renders things on the screen, but that's about it. Nothing else seems to be working as intended. So I'd say, guys, just keep it to cinematic, and then that will get rid of all the flickering and stuff. See, on cinematic settings, it's not flickering. So I guess that's the only way to play the game as of right now on the Xess GPUs. So I'm gonna stick to that for this whole video. So not impressive. You know, you should be going to at least maybe quality mode to get a good looking visual without blurriness, and maybe enable frame gen to 2x. It's not gonna be good, but it's much better, getting 60 FPS. So I'd say this is gonna be the best way to play it on 4K on the B580, 56 FPS. Just put it to quality mode and no ray reconstruction, and play it like this with 2x frame gen. It's not bad. The latency is also pretty good, so yeah, that's 4K, man. Native settings is good, but upscaling, it's blurry. Even on quality mode, it's like around the performance mode. Quality on AMD FSR, not NVIDIA DLSS 4.5. That still looks way better than this. So yeah, that's 4K. Now let's see 1440p and 1080p. Right, on 1440p, back to native anti-aliasing. No ray reconstruction for now, because it didn't make any difference turning it off or on. And cinematic maxed out. Let's see, man, on 1440p is going to be playable. And 38 FPS on native 1440p. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Man, the combat on... he blocked that. Okay. I've never tried combat on top of the horse. Hey, stop hurting my horse. Okay, bro. That's the limit. That's the horse, you die. Who else wanted? I'm gonna beat him up. Nice parry right there. There it is. Easy. So, yeah, that was okay. But the thing is, it still looks blurry on 1440p. It doesn't look as sharp as it should look. You know? But I trust PRO on this, because they're going to patch it up. Maybe a week or two. That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, this is not that great, you know, even on native settings. Maxed out. I'm going to go to... I'm going to enable frame gen. Let's see. I'm going straight up to 4x. It takes us to 126. Okay. Are these goons too? Or they're just good people? I don't care. Yeah, all bad guys. Okay. I don't mind. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Okay. 110 FPS, guys. On 4x frame gen, it doesn't feel as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So, I actually can play like this. So, I'm not gonna suggest you guys use 4x frame gen on a game to make it playable. What the hell am I doing? So, 112 FPS, guys. So it's looking pretty good. And I don't feel any input latency. Keyboard and mouse, oh shit. I don't know what the hell. Look at that chicken. The hen is on the tree. Okay. Chicken on this game can climb trees. Yeah, man, keyboard and mouse, I don't think it's a good idea. Because it feels terrible. Takes a little bit to respond to it. And I hope you guys have a controller at home if you plan to play this game. Because that's the best way to play it, man. It's night and day when it comes to the latency. Because on a keyboard and mouse, when you're like using your full range of hand motion, you can immediately feel that. But on a controller, you're just moving this little stick around. You don't feel it that much. No. So yeah, 4x engine works. And I'd say do not go below these settings. It's going to look terrible. I said 2x will also work. 2x will get you to 67 FPS, which is more than enough, man, on 1440p native settings. Yeah, just keep it to 2x frame gen. Now it's going to be way better. Yeah, it is much better than 4x frame gen, that's for sure. I said this is going to be the best way to play it on 1440p on the B580 as of now. We'll see how it's going to be on a later update when they actually totally fix it. But as of now, this is the best way to play it. Still looks really blurry on native settings. It makes me wonder how it's going to be if I put it to maybe like performance mode. Oh, hell no. Look at that, man. Oh my god. Now it feels like I'm upscaled from 240p. Might be even worse than 240p. 94 FPS, but for what? For this? I'll pass. Totally terrible looking. Wow. Ew. Yeah, this looks totally terrible, guys. What's going on over there? I hear like fireworks or something going off in the distance. Is it a small village? Looks like it. Yeah, man, this is not good. Nope. What the heck? This is a side quest? What's going on here? What?
No.
What the hell was that? I have no idea. That was a small little cutscene. That was it. Two little dudes came over and dragged me over here while I was passed out. I don't know what that is, man. What is this? Cook. I don't have anything to cook though. But 107 FPS for this terrible looking visuals. Not worth it at all. Wow, I've never cooked a meal in this game before. That looks good. I don't know what that is. It looks really blurry. Grilled fruit. Okay. And let's keep going. So, yeah, just keep it to native settings. That's gonna be the best way to play it. And keep it to 2x frame gen, I guess. And maxed out settings, because if you lower the settings to anything below max, everything's gonna start flickering. So, this is gonna be my recommended way to play this on 1440p. I don't see any point in going down below this at all, as of now. It's a pig. Or a boar, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is not bad. I mean, this is the better option compared to using any upscaling. Not enough stamina. Okay. Skin dark. 68 FPS. Like really playable on these settings. So just stick it to native and max it out and use 2x frame gen. Should be good to go. Alright, now let's move on to 1080p. Okay, on 1080p, I am back to native anti-aliasing. And I have turned on ray reconstruction. I don't know why, but let's see. And again, maxed out. I'm not gonna lower down the settings from that at all. Keeping it to max, 38 FPS. So I don't think it makes any difference having it turned on or off on the Intel GPUs as of now. So yeah, it looks pretty blurry on 1080p monitors. I believe even on a 4K monitor, it looks kind of terrible. Why did I just catch a dragonfly? I don't know, but let's keep it going. 23 FPS with ray reconstruction turned on. Pretty sure if I turn it off, it's going to be the same as well. Let's see, and let's go and see the shadow quality. Oh my god, that looks horrible. If I look at the ground, everything is so grainy and noisy. You can see that. I don't know, man, it doesn't look like it's a native settings quality at all. It looks so horrible. Just for comparison, let me go to FSR. Yeah, FSR looks much better. It looks way more sharper. This is FSR 3. 3 is like really shitty compared to 4. But even this looks better than what Xess 3 has to offer as of now. Wow. Losing about 3 FPS, I guess. 2 to 3 FPS lost, but much better looking visuals. What about if I turn it off? No upscaling gets you to 25 FPS. 26. I mean, yeah, right now it still looks kind of terrible without any upscaling or anti-aliasing. I mean, it looks as bad as Intel's XeSS, so I'd rather have this on, I mean, turned it off than having Intel XeSS at this point. Okay. Yeah. That's where I'm standing now. It's better to have it, like, no upscaling technology at all than having XeSS. Rather go with FSR. And they need to do a lot of work on the XeSS side of things. But again, giving credit to PRO for actually implementing XeSS support. It's finally working. But yeah, to do more stuff. So I'm gonna have to, let me see with the FSR frame gen 2x. 42 FPS. It looks pretty good though. And the UI elements, you can see the stamina bar is a little shaky, but it runs not so bad, you know. And if you look at this, it looks pretty sharp with 2x frame gen. I'm not mad at it, but if you turn it back to freaking XeSS, the same settings, frame gen 2x, you can see how blurry those grasses right in front of us got, especially, like, look at that, so blurry. All of a sudden, we're getting like a little bit more FPS, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I think you should stick with FSR for now on the Intel GPU, the B580. CSS doesn't seem like a good option because it's way too blurry. You get better FPS though. This is native settings. You don't want to go below this at all. But FSR only gets you to 2x frames, and that's the only downside. With this, you can go up to 4x. It'll take you all the way to 78 FPS. Now it's also blurry and floaty. 2x frame gen was doable, and 4x frame gen is the latency is absolutely noticeable. Not worth it, I guess. And again, I cannot do anything about it, guys. If you do use some upscaling, it's gonna look even worse than it actually is. It's something you don't want to do. But if you actually want to make this playable, you have to have enabled frame gen on at least 3x. So instead of 4x, if I go to 3x, yeah, now it's playable on 73 FPS. So this is the best way to play it right now. If you're on 1080p monitor and have this GPU, this is gonna be the best way to play it, man. Like, if you do anything else, if you use upscaling on 1080p, it's gonna look even worse. And if you lower down the settings from anything below max, and all the stuff is gonna start flickering. So it's kind of a loss-loss situation right here. And this does seem to be the only way to play it. It's a good thing we have 12 GB of VRAM, otherwise this would also been struggling when you enable frame gen, but fortunately we are not first with 8 GB VRAM on this GPU. So yeah, I think that sums it up pretty much right here. It is a mixed bag as of now. I'm good. I'm glad that they support the card finally, but they gotta do a lot of work. Because as of right now, XeSS looks absolutely terrible, especially when you lower down the resolution. Even on 4K native settings, it was kind of blurrier compared to NVIDIA or AMD or even no upscaling. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's a win for the Intel GPU users. If you were eager to play this game on your GPU, you can play it now, but there are some downsides, obviously. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, man. Will you be getting this game finally? Let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more benchmarks. I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. Catch you guys in the next one. So take it easy and peace out.